What is up, guys? I'm in video, and today I'm going to be talking about why teams should be watching out for the Chicago Bulls. Now, y'all might be like, really, Chicago Bulls? Watch out for them? No, there's no way. First, this is going to be like 2 or 3 years in advance, like why you should watch out for them in 2 or 3 years. And also, before you call me a Chicago Chicago Bulls fan, no, I'm a New Orleans Pelicans fan, so I have no reason to want them to be good at any time and ever. There's no reason for me to want them to be good. So yeah, don't call me bandwagon or nothing like that. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. My first reason is going to be with how much young talent they really have. I mean, if you look at this Bulls roster, they are extremely young, and a lot of them are extremely talented and have tons of potential. For one of those examples is Kris Dunn, who they did get out of a huge blockbuster trade during the draft when they traded away Jimmy Butler and they got Zach LaVine and Kris Dunn. And Kris Dunn was only one piece of that trade, and this dude has improved so much from last year. He has managed to improve his stat line from 3.8 points per game, 1.0 steals per game, 2.4 assists per game, and 2.1 rebounds per game from last year. And now this year he has improved so much. The dude is now averaging 13.8 points per game, 1.9 steals per game, 6.2 assists per game, and 4.6 rebounds per game. And also another player they got out of that trade, Zach LaVine. And Zach LaVine, yeah, we know that dude's good, but he has not got to play, and he's going to have his debut. I'm pretty sure January 13th is when they said he's gonna have his debut against the Pistons. I'm not sure, but anyway, so we know Zach LaVine's a great player and all of that, and I mean, him coming back is obviously going to help him a ton. And the dude last year was the last time he played, he averages 17.9 points per game, 3.0 assists per game, and 3.4 rebounds per game. So, I mean, we know that he can score, and right now the Bulls aren't that bad on offense. If you can add one of the best scorers in the league, in my opinion, and I mean, most electrifying players to watch, you can only go up from there. He can't really hurt you unless you ball hog so much and hurts the rest of the team, which I do not think will happen. But I mean, it's just, I'm going to be kind of interested to see if Zach LaVine can be able to be the leader of this team, which he is right now. And if he can lead the team like I do think he will be able to, I think this team could actually be really good in the future when they start to develop that chemistry together and all that really good stuff. But then a third player who has came out of nowhere, or not out of nowhere, I mean, he was a 7th overall pick, Lauri Markkanen. I mean, no one expected him to be as good as he is. Right now, the dude is like extremely good. He has having a breakout rookie year, averaging 14.1 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, and 1.3 assists per game. That is extremely good for a rookie, and I mean, to be able to get a good rookie like that is extremely helpful. And I mean, the only way you can go up from your rookie year is up, pretty much, unless you get injured or something. But if you don't get injured, the only way you can go up is up. And if he can go up from this, the dude has a chance to be a potential all-star. And then also another one that a lot of people do sleep on, but I mean, he's still a pretty good young player, Bobby Portis, who right now is averaging 12.3 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, and 1.7 assists per game. And by the way, none of those players are above the age of 23. The oldest one is Zach LaVine, who is 23. No one is over the age of 23, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they have another guy, and he's barely over the age of 24, so they are extremely young. And these players, if they can only improve pretty much, unless they just like completely don't train in the offseason or anything, they can only improve. And if this team can improve, they will definitely be a playoff contender very soon. Alright, now my second reason is going to be the draft. This team is so young that they just probably won't make the playoffs, and they will probably end up being a high pick lottery team for at least one more year, and that's probably going to be this year. Right now they are winning a lot, so they might make the playoffs, but I do not think they will make the playoffs, and they will get a good pick, as they still do have their first round pick. And if you're bad enough, you could have a good chance to get lucky in the lottery, get a high pick, and you get one more good player as a center or a solid power forward, and then you have a team, and that team starts developing chemistry, and that team will probably make the playoffs. If you can get one decent rookie right now, that is huge. And we don't even know what they're going to get from Nikola Mirotic. Right now, Nikola Mirotic is wanting to get traded after he fought Bobby Portis, or Bobby Portis sucker punched him. He still wants to get traded. He's going to get traded. He came out and said he definitely wants to be traded, and the Bulls came out and said they are going to trade him. So, I mean, there's no telling what they get for him, and if they can get something solid for him, then this team might make the playoffs this year. Hope they actually don't, because I think it would help them more not to make the playoffs this year. But I mean, you can't ask the team to lose. But then also, like, what comes with that young talent, this is my third and final reason, by the way. What comes with all that young talent comes extremely good trade assets. Like, if you have all that young talent with that much potential, like Kris Dunn was the #1 overall pick you know what I mean. He was a high overall pick last year, and Zach LaVine's young and great, and then you have Bobby Portis. A lot of people would trade for him, Nikola Mirotic, and Larry Marketing, all those players are extremely young, extremely talented, and have tons of potential. And that's what a lot of teams want, is that potential. And I mean, with all those young assets, what can you do? You can trade it for a star, and I mean, you get one star, and then people want to come play for Chicago just because of how iconic that NBA team is to the league. So people want to go there, and people want to see Chicago win. So if they can get one star over there, then they'd probably be able to attract more stars because they have the young talent and a star, and they have actual potential to be good for the first time in a long time. So yeah. But unfortunately, guys, that is going to be it for this video. And I mean, if you did like the video, hit the like button. Also, comment below, do you think the Chicago Bulls are going to be a team to be like worried about in the future when the chemistry gets up and these young players get more experience and become better? Because right now, with how young they are, they look like they're going to be really good once they all develop together. And also, do you think like they can trade for someone? Do you think they should trade some of these young assets? Comment all that below. If you did like the video at any point, hit the like button. If you really like the video, want to help me out, hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And also, kids, on the front, either remember, never do vegetables, always do drugs. Stay safe, stay well, goodbye.